Whew, all right, let's hop into this. Hi everyone, it's Isabella here and welcome back to another episode of I've Got You. Today's video, I am hoping this reached the right audience. You're probably clicking on because maybe you're a freshman in college, right? Maybe you're brand new. You're terrified. Maybe it's like move-in weekend and you're like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna have a panic attack. I'm gonna throw up. I also can't cry by myself because I have a roommate. Like, what the do I do? Or maybe you're someone who going to a new school, or you're just in college still trying to figure things out. I used to be there. I want to give you guys a survival guide and things that I wish I knew when I first started. So real quickly, because I know you're like, who the fuck is this bitch? Okay, like why should I listen to you? Good question. That's a very logical one. Look at me. I am a K-State girly. I'm hoping to find some K-State girlies in the comment section. I graduated in 21. I graduated early. I am currently 24. I went to K-State and I would love to tell you guys things that I wish I knew going to college and things that I regret, things that I missed out on, things that I just was too scared of. I know that it's really important when someone talks to you that isn't like your parent. You know what I mean? Like, it's someone else that's like, I've been there. And I've been there in a lot of these things. I learned the hard way. I did things that made so much sense for me. And when you're just a person that you're just trying to figure it the out. You're like, I don't know what I'm doing. I feel lost. It's like a huge self-discovery thing. If one thing's for certain, there's a huge chance that I've probably been in a similar position that you have been. Before we get into this, comment down below what school you're going to. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell button down below. These are all of my other platforms if you guys want to hang out with me. I have so much shit that I'm posting up frequently, so I would love for you to hang out. But anyways, that is not what the point of today's video is. So the first thing that I need to get into with this entire list is it is extremely normal to be scared. I know for me, I was coming from a small town, so I didn't know 100% when to expect with going into college. And I was terrified of everything. I was freaking the fuck out, having mental breakdowns because I was going to have roommates, because I've heard horror stories of people with roommates. What if I'm stuck with just an absolute bitch? Like, this is going to be so scary, you know? And what's so funny is like, that was honestly the least of my fucking concern. First of all, I need you to look at me right now. It is okay to be scared. You're not weak. You're not a goofy bitch. You're not nothing, okay? That is so normal for you to be scared. This is new for you. Whatever you're getting into, whether you're starting up college for the first time or you're going back for your last semester, it is okay to be scared. This is a lot that's going on. Everyone downplays how intense it is to go to school. First of all, it's a really, really big thing. If you got accepted into any school, whatever college that is, by the way, whatever college that is a very big deal. You have a lot that's on your shoulders. You want to pass your classes. You want to do good. You want to make friends. You want to make the right decision. You don't want to regret your major. All of these things. And as a certified overthinker, I get it. It is totally okay to be scared. Do not shit on yourself for being scared of everything. And I want to also let you know that you're not alone in this, because for a longest time I tried to be very hyper independent, and I was like, no, I can't let anyone else know I'm scared. Dude, when you start making friends in college, let them know, because more than likely someone else is going to sit there and be like, me too. I'm glad someone said it, because every time when I would talk to someone else, I remember learning that they were in the same boat as me. Every time that you're scared and freaked out, if you're in a lecture or if you're walking through the halls of your dorm or you're going to another class that's, you know, a pretty high up one, okay? So many people around, whether they look like they've got it under control or not, many of them don't. Every person, and this goes for when you were out of college too, every person is going to be scared and does not have it figured the fuck out. No one is going to know. Everyone has something that they're scared of and trying to process. So you are not abnormal. You're not too emotional. You're not crazy. Just feel your feelings fully. It is perfectly okay to be freaked out. But at the end of the day, just know that you are going to be okay. So many people are going through this. You are not the only one that is scared of everything right now. Let's get into some of the other things that we need to know and how we can tackle that. So the second thing is, and oh my gosh, girl, the way I have struggled with this, making friends is actually not as scary as you think. So hi, let me tell you about how I was terrified of making friends. So when I went to college, I was, as I have already yapped on about, I was scared of literally everything. I was like, wow, I don't know. I'm going to look stupid when I try and talk to people. Like, if I just walk up and talk to someone like in one of my classes, like, I'm going to look dumb. What if I try and talk to someone and then they're like rude to me, which, you know, is some people are asses, okay? I was so scared of making friends. I promise you it's not as scary as you think. There are so many people that actually crave to make friends, just like you're feeling right now. And if you're brand new into this world in the college space, or you're just, I need to make new friends because so much has changed, but like, I don't know how, maybe you want a different group of friends because your previous friends were just not the good influence or vibe after a while and they were just not good. You get the vibe. It's not as scary as you think. Many of us, all of us that we know, I know you are, I'm sure many other viewers are here watching that feel the same way. We all crave friendship. We all crave that kind of stuff. And it honestly just takes one little connection and something to make a good friend. So this is what I would recommend. One, it is not as scary because you need to start utilizing opportunities that are already out there to make friends, things that are kind of inevitable. So what I mean by that is if you're in a dorm right now, wherever you're living, clearly you live near everyone else. See how you can connect over that. If you bump into someone, if you're picking up your mail, if you're going to there's millions of ways of connecting with people, okay? Because we're all just silly little humans that are trying to make friends and just hang out and survive. Anything can happen. And here's the thing, the worst that they can say is no. The worst that they can say is they're not vibing. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. You're at college, babe. There are hundreds, if not thousands of fucking people that you can talk and meet to every damn day. If one thing doesn't work out, guess what? Another one's going to. You are going to be fine. So utilize opportunities that you can avoid, like going to a dorm, going to go eat, going to maybe a football game. If you're sitting next to a stranger, it literally just takes oh my God, hi, how are you doing? Is this your first game? No? Okay. Are you going to school? Cool. What are you majoring in? Oh my God, no kidding. What's your Instagram? What's your, if you guys use Snapchat, I don't fucking know. What's your phone number? Hey, I go to this class, or maybe we should hang out sometime. Maybe we should go to another game. Yeah, y'all, utilize your fun little skill of talking, go for it, and practice makes perfect. Utilize things that you are that you're surrounding yourself with of your age, and try. It is not going to be bad, because guess what? If you do that, you're going to meet people. I had roommates. I'm not even kidding. I was terrified of having a roommate. I know them to this day. They're amazing, wonderful human beings, and I love them so much. So you can make lifelong friends from this. And if you're someone who's really anxious like me, go out of your way to think of ways that you can talk to someone, like little starters. So I'm gonna give you all a couple examples. I just gave you one. If you're sitting next to someone, first of all, compliments. Oh my God. I love doing this because to me, I like going out of my way to compliment someone because I just love doing that. I want people to feel good with me. So I automatically love to go in with starting a compliment, ask where somebody got something. It starts a conversation, and then it can lead to oh my God, hey, do you go to this school? Or if you know they go to the school, then get their Instagram, get their social media, ask, because so many people are yeah. Oh my God. Another go-to I know so many people do is what's your major? Ask them if it's their first time here. Even though there's a good chance that they have it, just try. Just ask. Ask their major, give compliments, just connect on such a simple level because you're going to be totally fine. And even if it's awkward, girl, it is okay because practice makes perfect. I think everyone is craving a level of friendship, and it's so fun to meet new people. Another thing that you guys can try too, if you are really scared, is test out things like Bumble BFF. Just things like that too, because you know how many people will hop on there because they're just trying to find new friends. Utilize your resources, inevitable things like your living spaces, classes, etc. Go out of your way to talk to people at events and utilize social media. You would be shocked at how many people you can connect with by social media. I mean, you found me. I'm just saying, it's incredible. Use it. Friends are not as hard to meet. Number 3, this is a big one. And my God, this was probably the biggest one for me. Do not let a partner or a man prevent you from having fucking fun in college. Now, before some absolute fuck-ass man goes, it's a bop. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Ugly loser mentality. Fun that I'm talking about, it's living and having fun. I have met way too many girls who held back and didn't enjoy life because of a ass man. I did. I got in trouble, and some of y'all are going to relate to this. I got in trouble for sitting next to a man in a class. I literally couldn't avoid it. The man didn't even look at my direction. I'm not kidding. Wasn't even looking in my direction. I got in trouble for that. I couldn't go do anything. I couldn't have fun. I couldn't go out with my friends. I couldn't even go get food hardly because I was in trouble. And I really know that some people will try and make excuses for that behavior, but I'm telling you, healthy love is out there. And if you're struggling with this, then please revert back to 2 other videos that I'll have in the description below and pop up over here that are talking about standards with dating and when you need to leave a relationship, because truly a healthy relationship is not going to hold you back from enjoying the simplicities of life and things in college. You are young. Had I thought literally and let my frontal lobe kind of click in a little bit, it would have been oh my God, I'm way too young to have a grown man hold me back from just going to a football game, just having fun. So if someone's giving you a hard time, if someone is making your life difficult, you do not have time to cry over a fuck-ass man after class, during class. You do not need that. You are so young and have so much life. The right one is not going to make you miserable. The right one is not going to be you're in trouble because you're near a guy. You're in trouble because you went out. You're in trouble because you wore that outfit. The right person will love the outfit you wear. The right person will not get mad at you for everything. So if you are dealing with that, please again, revert to my other 2 videos, but do not waste your college years dating someone that is not good for you and that is hurtful, because honestly, you are around a shit ton of people people. If one guy's being an absolute piece of shit, move on. There's going to be another guy who's going to be 10 times better. So if I can do it, ladies, you can do it. And that kind of also leads into my second point. When it comes to college dating, oh my goodness, some of y'all are excited. Okay. Some of y'all are like, oh my God, I get to meet new people. I get to dress up. I get to flirt a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, this is going to be exciting. I need y'all to understand there are going to be a bunch of losers. There's going to be a bunch of losers. And you need to know when to bounce. I literally cannot point to my damn other videos enough. Go check out that one. Go check out that one right there. Go check out that damn video because this will help you with dating standards. Be clear on what you want. You make those standards clear and do not waste your time. This is something I wish I knew. I should have known that when a guy is not talking to me for hours and texts me at 2 a.m. with a "you up," that's not going to mean anything good. It's not meaning he wants to chit chat and talk about my day. No, he wants some fucking ass because he's a loser. Okay, so don't waste your time. You are too pretty for that. Look me in the fucking eyes right now. Okay, you are too pretty to be dealing with some fuck ass uggos. Okay, and there's going to be a lot of fuck ass uggos that are wasting your time. You are too pretty. You are too smart. You are here to get an education and to have fun, and that should be your main focus. And there's going to be someone who you're going to come across who's going to be good, who's going to treat you well, who's going to be so kind, and you're not going to have mixed signals, and it's not going to be confusing, and they're not going to be wishy-washy. Okay, that's not going to exist. That's not going to be there. So you are too good for that. The second you see it, you need to bounce. And again, speaking of, you are here for education. You are here to have fun. Don't get hung up on a loser. There's plenty of losers out there. We don't need to be hung up on one of them. Okay, what we need to be hung up on is good test scores. What we need to be hung up on right now is making sure that we have wonderful female friendships and good connections. Okay, what we need to be hung up on is where our future's going. We need to be focusing on our potential because we have each other at the end of the day. Levi from the frat is not going to save you. Okay, you are going to save you. You have your future, and that is what you need to be focusing on. Dating, that's a bonus. That's not a necessity. Now, can that happen? Absolutely. But keep your standards high. Make it very clear what you will and won't deal with. And this is an analogy that I will run with. Instead of dealing with a man that's like, you can't wear that outfit out, you can simply not deal with that and wear whatever the fuck you want and hang out with the girls and have a wonderful night. Instead of dealing with a man that will argue with you over the fact that the sky is not blue today, you can have a wonderful day and go to class and it won't get matter if the sky is blue or yellow. You can have an amazing time and you do not have to waste time on a shitty man. So the next time that a man's making you sob and ugly cry underneath your dorm's basement stairs, speaking from experience, you got to dump them. You have to dump them and not look back. Next thing we need to talk about though, getting out of the dating world here is studying. I don't think anyone really zones into talking about studying and finding out what works for you. You need to figure out what works for you. I actually realize I'm somebody that I'm incredibly hyper independent and I'm a super duper big visual person. So I realized I needed to write a lot of things down and have it in front of me. And I found out that flashcards worked really well for me. I had to really adjust because I wasn't taught that when I was younger. Find out ways that work best for you with studying and get any material you can that can help you out. Utilize tools, okay? If there are YouTube videos that are talking about a topic that you are learning in a class, watch, listen to that. But if you have recorded lectures or if you need to record and save. There are actually programs that you can record and will take notes and write them down for you. So it saves you time with typing because some professors go way too damn fast. Saving and doing whatever you can to learn and absorb the information. Practice, practice, practice. If you work better with groups, get a practice group to study. And again, that goes back to the topic of making friends. Find what works for you so you can flourish in a class. I think so many people don't even know where to begin and it gets so overwhelming to study and they don't know what's best to help utilize their mind. Your mind might work better with flashcards, while another person might work better with studying with a shit ton of other people. It really, really depends, but utilize your resources and figure out what works for you and what helps you succeed to the best of your ability. Leading into my next point, this is another one I wish I knew. You are going to fuck up and struggle. This is an inevitable fact. And as someone who is such a fierce perfectionist, and I like to control absolutely everything when it comes to my future and my career, I'm still learning this day. Okay. But you're going to fuck up. Fun fact, actually. And I don't think I've ever talked about this before. I remember I was kind of hell-bent against using help and resources. And I had a lot of family stuff going on and personal things. My mental health, experiencing other people in my family going through some stuff was really bad. I'm not kidding. I almost failed a class one year. It was really bad. I barely got by. It was really rough. And I only later told my guidance counselor what was going on because I was so humiliated about everything that was going on. I was mentally struggling. The pandemic kicked my ass, like everything under the sun. And I didn't know that I was struggling with like really bad depression. I was just toughing it out. I was just doing what I could, but I was going through it so bad and I beat myself up for it. I was like, wow, like I'm such a loser. I'm an idiot. Like I just was going at myself. And in all reality, you know, older me right now was like, you were going through it, Bella. You just needed to accept help. And so what I'm telling you with this is accept help and also understand you're not going to be perfect at everything. And that's okay. And if my goofy ass can almost fail a fucking class and be desperately trying to get through, I still got my degree. I'm still okay. And I am an incredibly successful person. I know I'm good. I know I've got it. And I know in order for me to be the most successful, I have to acknowledge when I'm not good at something, acknowledge that it's part of human experience, that we're not going to be good at everything, and accept help when I need it. So that means accept help from tutoring, talk to your professor, communicate with your guidance counselor. Because usually I think in some colleges, you're like assigned someone that you can talk to about that. Like utilize resources on your campus. I know there are many campuses that offer therapy and therapists that are covered. Like there's so many resources out there. Please, please utilize them. You are not weak if you utilize resources. I beat myself up because I thought I was weak, when in reality, it would have made my life so much easier and I would know and have tools to get through things. Also, acknowledge when you're going through stuff. Don't just ignore it. I know I've done this before because I would be like, if I just tough it out and I power through, it'll be fine. But in reality, I kept hurting myself more because I kept ignoring my own emotions and things I was going through. And I should have talked with someone. I should have expressed what I was going through. I should have let my professors know, hi, I've had a really traumatic thing that just happened. I don't know what to do. Like, it's okay. Be very clear and communicative of what you're going through and utilize tutoring and other resources that your college provides. If you're dumping thousands of dollars into your college for your tuition, use every fucking resource they have, okay? And I wish I did. I wish I did, and I regret it so badly because I know I would have gotten through it a lot easier. And either way, we're okay. I made it happen. I toughed it out and I was able, but still, I don't want y'all suffering in that way. So get help, accept when you need it, acknowledge it, communicate, and you have got this. Next one, this is the time to experiment and figure it out. During college, I think I had a big old realization that there was a lot of things that I was doing and believing simply because someone told me to, not because I actually felt that way. So for example, former me was incredibly religious, had very, very different morals and beliefs than I do now. And then I realized, I was like, wait, I actually this doesn't feel right. But that was because I sat down and realized wait, I actually know what I like, and I'm going to lean towards that more because I was only doing things and believing in things because someone else was telling me to, because my parents are telling me to do this, because other people in my life are like, this is what's best for you. This is what you have to do. And I sat back and I was able to experience different things in life and experiment my own way of whatever that may be. And then I was like, I've never had a connection with religion, ever. But that was just me, right? And there's some people that are like, actually, I do have a connection with religion. Whatever that looks like for you, whatever that may be, this is the time to learn about you, figure out what you enjoy and like. And I think it's so important, especially in college, to learn about what you love in life and what makes you fulfilled and what makes you you, because that's important to figure out. Just growing up and being an adult, it helps you with dating, it helps with your career, your life decisions. Knowing what you want in life and what you need and what makes you happy is important. During college is a great time to figure that out. You're around so many different unique people and perspectives. This is the time to just listen, be open-minded, hear what other people have to say. Because a huge thing that I messed up on in college, I was not open-minded for a long time. And I know that was due to, when you're raised a certain way and then you date certain people, it kind of your little noggin. I was a little bit fucked and I only thought a specific way and I wasn't open-minded. I was scared of being open-minded because it was the exact opposite of what I was raised on. It was totally different than what I came from. And after I was like, being open-minded isn't scary. It's so important to critically think, open your mind to different possibilities, perspectives, and worldviews. I think it's really wonderful. And then you figure out what works for you, what doesn't, what makes sense, and it builds up who you are. Because now the person I am, honestly, I think the person I am right now would terrify the fuck out of 18-year-old me. She'd be like, what? Okay, shit. And then after a bit, she'd be like, I kind of get into this, I'm totally different. I mean, for sake. I used to think tattoos were awful and really sinful, and now I have one on my hand. Okay, I used to think that I was going to be a religious woman that popped out 3 children by the time she was 24. I'm 24 and childless, so there's that. I changed, and it's important to change and embrace change. So I think be open to just newness. Be open to experimenting, to trying things out. You're not a bad person for wanting to learn about you. You are okay. If you're not hurting anyone, you are good. Okay, don't listen to anyone else demonizing you for questioning if this is good for you or not. I'm telling you, had I not done that, I would be miserable. I know I would be miserable. So please embrace just experimenting and learning about new things. Next topic is the worst thing they can say is no. Oh my God. I swear, I used to be so scared of adults. I used to be so terrified of being turned down. And like, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, as a creator online, the sheer amount of opportunities I had that have worked out for me, and then the sheer amount of opportunities I had that didn't because I was told no, or I didn't have enough of this, or I wasn't, that I didn't have enough experience, whatever the that was, it happens. Like, I've been turned down before. Girl, I've been set up on dates. Okay. I've been stood up before. I've been told, you're not the right fit for us. I've been told that many times. I was shooting my shot. And why did I think that? Well, because I kept seeing Jeremy, Gerald, and Zach, who were the most vanilla Nancy's I've ever seen in my entire life, get opportunities because they were just going for it. They didn't care if they were perfect. They just went for it. And I was like, if a man can do it, I can do it. If a random boy goes for it and tries it, then the worst that I can be told is no. I can try it too. I'm a very incredibly smart, capable person. I'm going to go for it. And every time I was like, I'm going to shoot my shot with everything. If I see an opportunity I want, I know I can figure it out. I'm just going to see. Because what if I'm going to be the person that is perfect for this position, this internship, this opportunity? You have to be confident and have some belief in yourself and be like, I'm going to shoot my shot. Because again, the worst that they can say is no. Even if someone's like, no, you're not good at it, who gives a fuck? Take that as a lesson and run with it. The sheer amount of times that I've been told I wasn't, quote, good enough for something, and then I prove them wrong after. And by the way, they're not the end all be all for anything. Okay. If you have someone that's like, I don't think you're good enough for this job, take it as a lesson or realize, you know what? I might not be good now. I'll be good later. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And if a random goofy on the internet can make it happen, just like I am, you can do it too. People that are able to be successful have to go for it, shoot their shot, put themselves in front of the right people. If you're intimidated by asking for maybe a recommendation letter, if you're intimidated by shooting your shot in an internship, and if you have that perspective about you and saying the worst they can say is no, I'm not going to take it as rejection, I'm just going to take it to redirection to what is good for me, then that is all that matters. And that's a perspective I need you to hold. Next thing is I need you to know it is okay to not know everything. I know there's many of us who are like, I need to know everything and figure it out and la 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 la. And as someone who is progressing as an adults, I keep getting smacked with the reality that I don't know it all and I never will. I'm always going to learn something new. Most of the adults out there that are just doing crazy big things that are in like their 30s, 40s, 50s, I met people who used to be my boss that didn't know it all. They're a little off. Okay. So if they can do it, again, as I've been preaching in this whole video, you can do it. But if you don't know everything about something, that is perfectly fine. What do? We go over and figure it out. We don't have to know everything, but we can try. Always be open to learning and figuring it out. I think that's really important to do. You need to accept that you're never going to know it all, that you're always going to be learning. I have had to accept that because I'm never going to know it all. I'm going to realize that something doesn't work and I'm going to have to fix my camera and I'm not going to have an answer and I'm going to have to figure it out. What you should be thinking of is, I don't know it all, but I'm going to work on figuring it the fuck out and connect with resources. Maybe you're Googling, maybe you ask a friend, maybe you ask a coworker, whatever, any other person who knows more than you. Be accepting of that. I think going out of your way to utilize that is very important because it makes you smarter. Knowing when you're not capable of something though, and realizing how you can improve is an incredibly brilliant thing. Being aware of your capacities and trying to work on them is incredibly significant. And last but certainly not least, have fun and enjoy yourself. Don't push off everything because you're scared of having fun. You have to take breaks. That's a really, really big thing. There's so many students who are scared of taking breaks, scared of slacking off, scared la 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 la. They're scared of it. So sometimes they avoid having fun. Go have fun. Go enjoy yourself, please. Do and take breaks. Breaks are important. Otherwise you cannot function. I literally have had a problem with working too much, but I've had to realize like, hey girl, you can't work and do stuff all the time and have no breaks. So you have to be very adamant about having fun and taking breaks and enjoy this because this is a big opportunity. There's so much going on constantly. Embrace it. Have fun. Go out with your friends. Go to a football game. Go try a new hobby. Like try new things and have fun. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks about it. It's about what you think. Experiment. Have fun. Take breaks, ask questions, shoot your shot. There's so much good that's out there. Just don't forget that this is a wonderful opportunity. You are going to be okay. It's going to be an amazing experience for you. You're going to have highs and you're going to have lows. Make sure to focus on what you need, what you can do for yourself, and everything is going to go well. That was it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed and maybe this is helpful for you. Comment down below if you guys want any more advice videos like this in relation to school or college, anything like that. Again, don't forget to comment down below what school you're going to right now, or maybe things you're struggling with, questions you have, because we probably can get to it in another video. And I will see you guys in the next video.